Okay, good afternoon once again, everyone, and good morning and good evening to all of you who are joining from different time zone. On behalf of AIT Extension, and Geoinformatics Center of AIT, this is our great pleasure and an honor to welcome you all to this executive webinar on understanding the parametric insurance, specifically on product designing and pricing. Today, we have with us my colleagues from AIT and AIT Extension, and also our honorable speaker, Mr. Robindo Herart. So on behalf of all of us, we'd like to welcome you all to this 1 hour long executive webinar. So we are hoping that we will be finishing this webinar in next 1 hour time. So let me quickly just tell you what is going to happen in this 1 hour period. Immediately after my welcoming talk, I will request our leadership of AIT, which is actually represented by Executive Director of AIT Extension, Mr. Voravod, to officially welcome and open this webinar. And after that, my job will be to introduce our speaker today, Mr. Robindo Herart. And then, of course, I will request Mr. Robindro to deliver the session. And I think he will take probably roughly around 30 minutes for this session, the webinar. And then we'll go for a Q&A session, which will be hopefully 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how many questions we receive and how long it takes. But we'll try to keep it in 5 to 10 minutes. After that, we will have a presentation on the follow-up activities that we are actually planning. So we are actually planning for a professional training program on the same topic, which is understanding the parametric insurance on product design and pricing. So we'll have our colleague, Mr. Anisur Rahman from AIT, to make a short presentation about the training program. And then we'll have another few minutes to ask from you further queries, if you have any queries specifically on that training program. And then finally, we will go for closing the session. So roughly, we are hoping everything can be done in this 1 hour time. So let me just tell you a couple of key information. I know that people have joined here, roughly around 25, 30 people I can see. And we are hoping that more people are going to join in next few minutes. For all of your information, this is a live session. We are actually also live broadcasting using our AIT Extension Facebook page. So, if you are receiving the live broadcasting, we like to request you to share within your network so that the other people and the interested people also can join during the session. Definitely, there will be a recorded session, which will be also posted in our social media pages and the AIT Extension website. For those of you who are not able to join and would like to, learn more about those. For all of your information, definitely you might be interested to have queries, questions to our speaker, Mr. Robindo. We like to tell you that we have this Q&A box. So from now onwards, when we are going to have the session, you can put your questions in the Q&A box. So we will pick from there during the Q&A sessions, and then we will bring it into the discussion and answering the questions. There is also the chat box. If you have difficulty in the Q&A box, you can put your question in the chat box. And also, we will see if there are also queries in the Facebook live broadcasting, if there is something. So my colleagues, Mr. Anisur Rahman and Mr. Kona Kiron, who are here joining from AIT, they will actually keep an eye in all those things and try to make sure that we bring all of your questions into the question and answer sessions. I think with that, I like to now invite our Executive Director, Mr. Voraved Chonlasin, who is the Executive Director of AIT Extension of Asian Institute of Technology. Mr. Voraved Chonlasin is actually heading AIT Extension plus Bangkok CIFAL, or the Uniter CIFAL Center in Bangkok. So he will also probably introduce and talk a little bit because I know that he's wearing the T-shirt of Sefal.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So over to you, Achan Bhoravet,
Good
to
afternoon.
welcome everyone and to officially open the
Sure,
webinar.
sure. Yeah, so good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Ravinda, Hirat. Thank you very much, and good afternoon, everyone, making time to join this series, the first series of the webinar that related to the parametrics insurance. This came into our interest AIT extensions 2-3 years ago. That we know that climate change is happening, and also risk assessment is happening, and also solution is happening there. And we found that these, the techniques and also the solution has been also doing in many countries, in the previous also, especially in India and also the South Asian countries. So as AIT extension is the knowledge hub and also the knowledge packaging and also going toward the solution, we would like to also introduce this to AIT and also to AIT extension networks together with GIC, the Geoinformatics Centers of AIT, which had the specialties on, multi-hazard assessment and also the climate change assessment and vulnerability assessment as well with technology and things like that. So we are very happy that Hirat is with us, for now 2-3 months to really deep dive, our team into the parametric insurance, which is one of the areas that we are looking at the risk assessment, and also that can be also going into the design the products and also the financial services product, including the pricings of the insurance product and so on and so forth. So it's very important for us, for AIT extension especially, to make sure that our networks, our collaborators and global societies and also practitioners, including the individual's interests, they understand and also they are be able to make sense of what is actually it is, so that when it's going to this business and also going to the area of the research, areas of the advanced study, and also the area of the business and practice, they can really have the same part of the information and knowledge for that. So we are very happy to have this session, and we are looking forward for your participation in the next session as well. We are also very happy to work with Hirat as one of the experts that we are working in this area, and we believe that working with him and also having him on in our team, we'll be able to open the window for us, for AIT, and also for our audience to be able to enter into this area of expertise and be able to cope with the many risks to the and also natural disasters. Thank you very much for inviting me, and looking forward to see you next time. Looking forward to working with you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Achan Bhoravet Chonlasin. Thank you very much for your welcoming and opening this session. So let me once again inform everyone that this webinar is actually brought to you by AIT Extension and the Geoinformatics Center at AIT. We are actually jointly bringing this webinar to all of you. We are representing here, along with Achan Bhoravet, AIT Extension, which is the professional training and the capacity building arm of Asian Institute of Technology. GIC, or Geoinformatics Center, is a very specialized center specializing on GIS and remote sensing applications, building different tools and applications in many different areas. We are actually calling them our solution partners, not only for the forthcoming training programs where they are going to actually help us during the training delivery, but also if we are going to, be requested to come up with a solution partner of developing different insurance tools and approaches. And I think GIC is going to help us on that aspects as well. So with that, let me now bring you all again to the webinar, which is going to be delivered by Mr. Ravinder Harat. So I will take a little opportunity to introduce you all. I know that those of you who have registered, seen our flyer, already have seen his profile and his bio, but allow me to speak and read his bio as briefly as possible. Mr. Ravinder Herat is a chartered insurance with over 15 years of experiences in the insurance innovation, risk modeling, and the climate resilient solutions. He is having an associate membership of the Chartered Insurance Institute, and also he's having an MBA from UK. He's currently working as the product designer at IBSA SA in Luxembourg, which is an insurtech company, where he actually is developing cutting-edge parametric and weather index insurance products. Mr. Rovinda previously served as Assistant General Manager at Sanasa General Insurance in Sri Lanka, the country's largest microinsurance provider, where he spearheaded climate and agricultural insurance program. He has also collaborated extensively with leading international organizations, including the IFC, ILO, GIZ, ADB, UNDP, on different projects aiming at expanding financial protection for vulnerable communities. With his deep knowledge of insurance markets across Asia and a strong background in product development, Mr. Ravinda brings unique insights into how insurer can unlock the potential of weather index insurance for both social impact and the business growth. With this little background, I will also request Mr. Ravinda to introduce further, if it is necessary, add little more before you start with your session. Over to you, Mr. Ravinda.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Shakir, and thank you very much, Varatava, Chairman of the AIT Extension, and all the staff. And welcome again, all the participants for this webinar. And thank you very much, Dr. Shakir, again for introduction. I think no need for the introduction about me because you have given full and comprehensive introductions about me. Anyway, thank you. Again, the let's start the presentation. In my presentation, I would like to share it. Please let me know, is it fully shared? Okay. Can you see my screen? Can you confirm my screen is visible?
Yes, Mr. Ravinda.
Okay.
I think it's visible.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so today in this webinar, actually we are going to discuss about the understanding parametric insurance with special focus or special attention with the product design and pricing. But within this 30 minutes or 40 minutes time, I'm going through the introductions, but not in deep. But in deep, we are planning to have a full course here, right? So today, in this presentation, in this webinar, we are going to discuss about the introduction to the climate or parametric insurance and a type of climate risk insurance product and understanding parametric insurance in line with terms and pricing and designing inclusive insurance product process. Actually, in this topic we are going to learn about the how we can develop the process of product designing and also further implication of emerging technology in weather index insurance, and also finally we are going to discuss about the next step industry expert workshop by Anish. So these are the contents of today presentation. So in this presentation, actually, I would like to ask you to actively participate, and we have some actively the participation activities as well. And I would like to hear from you as well to interactively learn more things about this webinar, right? So today webinar, actually, in this webinar, we are going to learn and we have learning objectives. There are three learning objectives. First one is what is climate insurance and its importance, and weather index insurance concept in practice, and weather index insurance fundamental of product designing. These are the three objectives of learning. Today we are going to learn through this small presentation, through these activities, right? Okay, before going to the full presentation, I would like to give you brief introduction about climate risk insurance. Actually, within this risk insurance, we have to discuss about the uh, parametric insurance. What is risk insurance? Actually, climate risk insurance is same like other insurance. It is a risk transferring solution for what actually? It is a negative impact of extreme weather event, right? As our chairman mentioned in the morning, that the climate change is happening very fast in near actually the during this period we can experience that climate change is mostly impacted to the day-to-day life of low income people and individuals, SMEs, and many sector of the countries. So that's why actually we are discussing about what is the importance of the climate risk insurance to overcome this the risk faced by the negative impact of extreme weather event. Right. Under this, we are discussing about the parametric insurance, how we can give the best solution for this climate change. Okay. Before going to before discussing the insurance solution and the product pricing and all, I would like to know that which climate-related event do you think that the against greatest effect on farmers' income and livelihood in Thailand? So, if you have the access, so you can scan this code, or else I think you can have a link in the box also. You can access through the link and give me your honest thought on this. What are actually the greatest climate related event you think that has a great effect on these farmers, right? I would like to go to the presentation slide of these answers. Okay, here we have few answers coming up. Okay, and flood, yes. Okay, drought. Mm-hmm. The rainfall seasoning also there. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. I would like to hear more. Okay. Flood. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. I think you can have access through the link to answer this question, or else you can scan the code as well. Okay. Great. So I think okay. Now it is flood. Actually, I agree with you. The um, most happening, most important, the climate factor is flood. Maybe it's maybe drought. Maybe it depends on the country context, right? In some countries, it may be cyclone, it may be earthquake, it may be some seasonal shift of rainfall. But in line with the Thailand context, flood is a main peril you are seeing. This is because of your thoughts, and I think that uh, this is actually very important to get the idea from participants how you are looking at the perils, how you are looking at the risk of climate in each context. According to your comment, actually, flood is a major risk in Thailand context. Okay, we'll talk about how we can provide the solution for this kind of peril in parametric insurance, right? Okay, to provide the solution, actually, we cannot avoid that this insurance like agriculture, because when we talk about the parametric insurance, we cannot avoid the agriculture insurance, because majority of parametric insurance are designed with the in line with agriculture insurance, but also there are many index insurance, the parametric insurance out of that as well. But majority of uh, the parametric products are in line with agriculture insurance. So when we talk about the agriculture insurance, as you mentioned about the flood, if there is a flood, so agriculture is the key sector of impacted, right? So in agriculture insurance, there are insurances under indemnity as well. What is the indemnity? Indemnity means that indemnifying the losses, right? How that indemnifying the losses? Actually, we have to measure the actual losses. So there are some pros and cons in actual loss assessment, but you have to anyway give more effort on assessing loss and everything. So actual loss percentage should be determined to uh, predict the loss or the calculate the claim. Right. So to avoid that all these circumstances, all these challenges faced in indemnity-based insurance, so the this solution of parametric insurance came into the field, or came into the scenario to answer that the challenges faced by the indemnity. Because when we talk about the indemnity, that there are high claim ratios experienced in different countries, and also there are high administration cost as well. So that's why the parametric insurance is introduced as a solution for this indemnity insurance scheme. In parametric, when you see that the word, actually the parametric, the by looking at the word also, you can decide that what kind of insurance it is, what it is. The parametric is the this insurance is based on the parameters, the how parameters is decided. Parameters is taken from the weather parameters, such as rainfall, wind speed, the temperature, uh, as a parameter, and it is actually the proxy for loss. In these parameters, we have to define kind of strike levels, the trigger levels, and also the payout levels, in which level that the parameter reach, the payout is made, right? What is the importance of this parameter? Actually, parametric insurance, uh, before going to the insurance, the farmer or the client knows very well about the claim payments, and the what amount the claim will be paid, in which level of the strikes is reached in these indexes, right? For example, parametric crop insurance policy payout is kind of based on the rainfall during the key growing area, should be fall below 50 millimeters. This is kind of a drought product, because it is already mentioned that 50 millimeters, and the payout is made only below the 50 millimeters. So this is kind of the parametric insurance, the introductions. And when we talk about the parametric insurance, there are many parametric insurances available in worldwide, right? So in this presentation, we would like to cover one example of this, and also we are talking about some other indexes available as well. In the global context, when you look at the graph, the table, you can see that penetration, highest market share of agriculture insurance is taken by North American. It is 40%, and least is Middle East and African region. It's 2%, right? So when we talk about the type of climate risk insurance, we can categorize based on many categories, but many definition. But I categorize this kind of product into three, like crop and livestock separately, because its operations little bit different. So one is indemnity-based crop insurance. So as I mentioned, that indemnity find the losses, and also parametric insurance. There are many parametric insurance, but I highlighted few things most popular. And also livestock insurance, I highlighted that there are two types, that indemnity and also the parametric insurance types, right? We are going to discuss this further one by one in terms of its coverage. So when we talk about the insurances, we have to define it by coverage. So indemnity base, actually we cover many perils like flood and drought, pest diseases, and wild animal damages, and many more. But when we talk about the weather-based index insurance, we can take many parameters, many indexes based on this, like precipitation into extreme, like or deficit or the excess, or temperature. It also can be divided into two, the low temperature or high temperature, based on the impact, wind speed, and also soil moisture, and typhoon index, and many more, right? But I highlighted here in most important perils or the indexes under this weather index based insurance. Indemnity-based livestock insurance, we covered many things, as you know that many of are coming from the industry. So we cover the death and theft and birth risk, and also accidental injuries, and also diseases. It sometimes subject to the vaccination and all, right? NDVI, it is most important in the forage coverage, and also define the crop coverage. By looking at this, the NDVI also have kind of indexes based on the requirement, actually, right? Uh, when we talk about the NatCat index insurance, there are many indexes also available, like earthquake index and cyclone index and flood index and also drought index. This can be used mainly by the reinsurer, but also insurers are also using this, right? But the price index is challenging one, but also it can be developed. The unexpected drop in the price in the market for the commodities or the product, the yield, harvest from the farmers, the unexpected losses. So in this price index, provide the guaranteed price for the customers. And index-based livestock insurance, also there are many parameters like drought or forage scarcity, and also rainfall or the flood can be designed for the livestock as well, and also extreme temperature like dairy heat index and also milk yield index. So these are the kind of indexes available, and also pasture and rangeland and forage insurances. As I said, that based on the NDVI, we can design this kind of product uh, for the index insurance. Now, the insurance is available is dairy revenue index. Actually, this is a milk yield index and also area yield index. It is the average yield of the defined areas is given as the proxy or the indexes, the strike levels, and all based on the average yield and historical data, based on the historical data. Of course, we cannot skip this parametric versus indemnity comparison. Why that parametric is more reliable or more popular among these climate risk insurance? When we compare these two, actually, when we talk about the trigger, it is actually event based mechanism is used in parametric insurance, but indemnity is actual damages, right? But payout, it is already predefined and also very fastly can be made. But in the indemnity, it takes time because the loss assessment is needed. The claim process, very quick in parametric insurance, like hour to days. Maybe it is availability of the data, but it is very faster than the indemnity. Indemnity, but it's longer, week to sometime month. When we talk about the transparency, the parametric is very high transparency because farmers are known very well about the product before going to the insurance. Medium to low because sometimes there may be a moral hazards or maybe a indemnity is not very transparent like parametric. The basis risk, actually, the in parametric insurance, the basis risk is exists. The indemnity, it is minimum because it is actually going to pay the actual losses, right? Okay. Now we are coming to the most important part of the webinar, because understanding parametric insurance terms and pricing. Actually, if you are going to thoroughly in this product designing and pricing, you have to know these technical terms, like many technical terms in index development, index product development. The first one is index. What is index? Index is a measurable parameters like rainfall, wind, or soil moisture, or any parameters from weather, or any other factors, right? But mostly we are using that weather parameters to define this index. Strike and trigger levels. The strike and trigger level is defined from the index, like it is a predefined thresholds and index. To design this, actually, we used many methodologies, pricing methodologies, to bring this level most favorable in line with client as well as the insurer. The payout structure, when we talk about the payout structure in this product designing, uh, there are two, actually, there are three payouts, but I will discuss a third one later. But here I mentioned two because this is the most popular and mostly used, these two payout. One is linear payout. Linear payout is it proportionately increase. The proportionately increase mean that it's the entry point is decided, then after entry point, so in each 1 unit increases will be paid, right, till the exit level. But stepped payout is not like that. It is the like a slab wise payout mechanism. In between two slabs, there is no payout. Only slab is reached, only the payout is made. Coverage period is most important because in this parametric insurance designing, always that data and all historical events based on this period. The period of the covering period of the crops or any event should be defined in the insurance, because all these risk is concentrate with this period, right? It should be a sometime a whole cropping period. It should be a part of the cropping period. It depends on the client requirement. The cover period should be more important in pricing, uh, to know that what cover is the period is covered under the product. Basis risk is always we are discussing about the basis risk. It is actually the simply it is the way that farmers are expecting something, but from the insurance, but the actual payout is not matched with the farmers' expectations. But in this the what is the farmer's expectation? The definition of the farmer's expectation is different, because farmers sometimes may be expected more than the actual loss, but here the farmer's expectation should be equal to the actual loss. Because in parametric insurance the basis risk is there, because in some cases maybe the actual loss is not paid, even the damage is there. But in some cases there is a payout, but there is no any actual damages, right? So, but in the basis risk, to manage the basis risk, we follow some kind of methodologies, the strategies to mitigate this kind of basis risk in product designing. So we will discuss it further in the full training program. Our data sources, you may go with the manual data, even if you are reliable, if you are comfortable with this manual data, or else you can go with satellite data. But today the satellite data and the remote sensing is the most popular in designing the product. Settlement is mostly important for the settling the claim. To settling the claim, we have to again involve in the calculations and all, and also to determine the observed value during the cover period. To calculate this, we need the real-time data. So therefore, we have to confirm before going to the product design and pricing the sources from the data sources are reliable on providing real-time data to calculate the claim, right? Premium, of course, premium is defined the based on the historical event, historical the frequencies, and it is calculated the expected payout or expected losses, and based on that we can decide the risk premium. And also it is very important, because not only the risk premium is enough for the premium, but there are loadings, and we also discuss about the how loading is managed when we are pricing the product, right? These are the technical terms in line with product design and pricing. uh, Here it is very important for the historical and exposure data for the product pricing, because it is the key to design the product. We need sufficient long-term historical data. At least we need the 20 to 30 years the historical data from any data source, and also the reliability, and also its continuations is most important in the data source. Maybe some data sources, they don't provide such kind of historical data, or else it is not guaranteed for the future implications or future real-time data. But before developing, we need to confirm that is it the source, we are taking the correct source of data to real-time data, and also the historical reliable data, right? And also the data granularity matters, because in some customers are looking for a granularity, because if you are using indexes for the large region, it may not be represented the whole region, but it represent only the small categories, small areas. So then it is also depends on the customer's requirement. If customers are looking for a granular, very granular data or granular product, so I think it's the best way to develop the granular product, and it also linked with the again data availability. In some data sources, they provided the granularity, but some are not, right? And exposure information also from the client is very important, because location data, and also the industry data, and also vulnerabilities, and also the past event occurred in line with this the peril which we are going to the index we are going to design the product. So we need to collect all this data as well, right? In the product designing process, we are discussing more about this, right? This is very important. What are the pricing inputs in price designing? The first one is probability distribution of triggering event, right? The probability distribution is mainly depend on deciding the basic the risk premium, uh, because we need to analyze that how this frequency is arranged, right? The how this probability is in the past 30 years or 20 years, because we need to apply the extreme value theory for this, because to set up the exit trigger, we need the extreme value theory, because we need to analyze the in how many after how many years, or the how many years time, there how many frequencies, the year frequencies are for a extreme event, like catastrophic event, large catastrophic event, right? And also the loading factors, uh, based on that probability distributions, we can define, or we can calculate the risk premium. After that, we need loading factors to decide the final pricing. So then the loading factor is one of the key pricing input for this designing. One is expected loss ratio, and in some insurer is expecting 70% loss ratio. In some insurers it's 60, but we have to very precise on that expected loss ratio, the applied expected loss ratio, and operation and commissions, and also taxes in the as the loading factors, right? And payout structure, as I mentioned earlier, there are three payout structures: linear payout structure and stepped payout structure, which we have already discussed. And third one is binary payout structure. The binary payout structure is actually is one and zero, right? Uh, we provided the strike level as a strike, but strike is occurred, so then payout is made. If not, there is no payout, right? The final factor to be considered in pricing input is attachment point. The attachment point is actually the where this product start to pay, right? Start to pay, that mean the payment start point, because this point is very important to mitigate the basis risk as well, because if we keep higher amount of starting point as a payout made, so then it takes more severity to take that attachment point to make the payout. But when we designing the product, we have to take more curious on first payout made in at which point, because it is a very attractive point from the point of client as well, to see the product reliability in the history as well. Then these are the pricing inputs in terms of product designing in parametric insurance, right? Okay, next we go for the sample product configurations. Okay, all right. So this product configuration, I give you the very simple product. It is index-based protection triggered within 24 cumulative rainfall. This is a excess rain product. Okay, excess rain also there are many many indexes we can define, like the 24-hour cumulative rainfall, 2 day or 3 day, maybe 7 days, maybe month, maybe a whole cumulative rainfall for the entire period, right? Therefore, in this product, it should be there the product coverage. Product coverage should be defined very well in the product configuration. And also cover period, based on the crop or the client requirement, the cover period may be differ. And also based on the risk, also the cover period may be differ, because maybe the same crop, uh, the first stage of the crop, maybe it is required the cover to drought. The same crop, at the end of the end of the cropping cycle, there should be a high rainfall risk. So that means in the same crop also there are many indexes, many perils to be included as a product, right? Payout, sorry, the index already mentioned that cumulative rainfall for 24 hours time. The payout, uh, here it is very important, because in the product configurations, uh, some product is designed for the payout is made only for the maximum event. Suppose that the during this cover period there are many triggers occurred, right? So but in a payout structure or the payout definition, we have to we have to define exactly if you are going to pay the maximum event or else the aggregated event. The aggregated mean that we aggregated all the events payout and pay as an aggregated payout. The maximum event paid only the maximum event. This has to be defined very well in the product configurations, right? Product configurations, we have simply, we can define one line. It has a strike mean where that the product start paying, and this is the slab wise product structure, not the linear product. The strike 1, 2, and 3, 4, where that slabs is set, the thresholds, 24 millimeter, 24 hours rainfall millimeter in millimeters. But here it should be defined, it is equal or the greater than, right? It is equal or greater than, because if it is reached to the 50 millimeters, whether there is a claim or not, because it is confusing the customers or client when the rainfall is exactly similar to the strike level. The strike level is 50 millimeters. It is paid only, the definition is equal to or greater than, right? So then product designing or pricing, you have to very precise on this definition of thresholds, right? And payout in line with that slabs, the how payout is arranged, like here that is first strike met, so then 10% paid, second strike it's 25%, third strike it's 50, and the exit trigger is 100. All right, so product designing process, in an inclusive way, we have to follow all these steps to design the product, right? I'm not going to talk about each and every steps, but I go through roughly on this product development process. The We have to follow all these processes because of we need the proper product at the end of this cycle. The first, for the institutional assessment, we need to see that motivation from institutions, they are ready to take this advantage or the opportunities to take this parametric insurance to the market. So their motivation, their leaderships, and also their capacity to build or to take this parametric insurance designing and take to the market. Their readiness and market research is very important. We need to analyze the demand side analysis to know about that customer requirements, especially the willingness to pay and their capacities and also their requirement and also their income levels and what the crops what they are cultivating, and many aspects are taken into consideration in that demand side survey. Then the prototype product, before going to develop the full product, we are developing prototype product and we need to test it. And with that testing, we have some comments and we have to amend it in the full product designing phase. After designing the full product, the during that full product development, we need to develop the policies and the procedures and also underwriting practices and everything we have to set up, right? And after this, we have to do the pilot testing for the small amount of the customers or small segments. If there is any comments, we again go back to the product designing stage and revise the product. And next step is the rollout stage. In the rollout stage, we need to conduct the training and staff development and the system development and marketing materials, and all these activities should be concentrated in rollout stage. The continuous review is needed. We need to come back to the product development designing process if there is any comments from the segments, the clients, to change the product or to as their observations. There are many observations from the market after launching this, so we have to take into consideration those observations as well in the product development process again, right? All right, so then again, next question for you. In terms of capacity development, who do you think are the key stakeholders in developing weather index insurance in our country? So you can scan this code, or else you can go with this link, and I will go to the. Uh-oh, I will go to the slide. Okay, here also you can have a QR code. You can you can give your answer. You can simply write the stakeholder name in a box, right? Okay, meteorological department, yes. Okay, I have one answer. Okay, Department of Meteorological. Mm-hmm. Meteorological services. Yeah, sure. Only this, the meteorological department in developing parametric insurance in the country. No other stakeholders involved. Agriculture, economics. Yeah, it's like expert, right? Okay. Yeah. And farmer association, yes, of course, they are the client. Client is one of the stakeholders. Yeah. The farming communities and cooperatives, yes. And banks, international organization and meteorological department, yes. Uh, the government, of course, yeah, government and regulatory body, yes. They are the key stakeholders. Mhm. Department of Agriculture, yes, they provide informations, data, and everything. Yeah. Farming communities. Yeah, again, they are the client. Client is key stakeholders. Scientists, yeah, agronomists, satellite data providers, yes. The tech companies, yeah. The policymakers, yeah. From again, it's government. The insurance company, yes, government and regulatory bodies. Yeah, but I think one stakeholder, key stakeholder, is missing. I, the smallholder farmers and cooperatives. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you have given. Yeah, you have given more informative answers, and also good touch in the stakeholder side. Okay, thank you. And we have received many answers, and based on this, actually, I would like to go to the next slide. for the stakeholders. You have mentioned many people, many participants, many of from you mentioned about the government. Yes, government is key stakeholders because they make policies. As in the answers, it says that policies or the regulators, the government, right? Without government support, we cannot go with the product development or the product introductions in the country. The reinsurer is a key stakeholders that they give the technical skills and as well as global investment and risk carrying capacities to the insurer. The insurer is one of the key insurers is one of the key stakeholders in the industry, take lead in developing delivering solutions, and retain more risk with the experience and technical assistance like tech companies or the satellite data providers. All these comes under this technical assistance and also donor organization. So they build actually the capacity in the country, in the industry, to develop this kind of the product to the market. Actually, many of instances they provide sometimes subsidiaries to give it as a kind of support from the client side, right? So these are the key stakeholders. Without their support, actually, we cannot lead this parametric insurance innovations in the country, right? But all these are in line. But the other key stakeholders are clients also, of course, yeah. But it obviously that they are in build in the stakeholder regime, stakeholder category, right? But these are the most key parties to play the role in introducing parametric insurance. Okay, next one is further implications, emerging technologies in weather index insurance. It is very important because the with this the technological changes and advancement, there are many areas emerging in this sector, like blockchain and smart contracting. It's automated and very transparent in this blockchain and smart contracting, and artificial intelligence and machine learning also now to calculate the correct indexes and develop the algorithm for risk calculations. So machine learning and artificial intelligence plays major role actually nowadays. And satellite and remote sensing, it's provide actually the farmer expectations about the data granularity and real-time data provides, like all these sectors. We need the support, or we need the satellite and remote sensing data in future for more granular data. In more data is real time. It should be a real time data in uh, claim calculations, right? And also micro insurance and mobile technology, because if it is a low ticket size, so then it is very important because to deliver it through the mobile technology, mobile services, because the administration cost is very less, and also it reduce the administration and other expenses to take this to the client, the last mile, as a last mile solution, right? Extended applications beyond agriculture. As you know that now the emerging sectors are there, because here we talk about more about the crop, but there are many sectors emerging in this parametric insurance, like renewable energy, tourism, logistic, and income losses and service interruptions, and event disruptions. All these areas out of agriculture, but these areas are now emerging in emerging areas for parametric insurance, right? Last but not least, the next step. In next expert workshop, we would like to discuss more about introduction and deep dive into the weather index insurance and product development process, like I discussed earlier. That process is discussed in deep, and data and technology, how we can use it, and pricing and risk modeling, we take more time to spend this risk and pricing and risk modeling and hands-on product designing. And we are going to design a product with sample product with participants, and also claim settlement and automations, how that can be done with the real-time data inputs, right? All these are the contents. I think we are sharp on time now. It's 9 o'clock. Okay, I don't know that I have taken more time. Okay, this is question and answers time. Okay, over to you, the AIT team.
Thank you very
If
much,
you
Mr. Ravinda. I think it was really wonderful and insightful talk, and probably all of us learn a lot, even though we are doing work in the related field like agricultural risk management. But probably this is one of the very important sessions that we learned quite a lot of interesting things. And thank you very much for, from the very beginning. You went from very basic to understanding about the terminologies to kind of a in-depth, slowly going deeper and deeper, and that actually make it really valuable. We can actually see quite a lot of questions. I think we have received questions in Q&A box and also in the chat box. So allow me to start and maybe picking the questions, and definitely I will request my colleagues, Mr. Kona Kiron and Anis, to help me if I miss anything. So I will go ahead with the Q&A box first and picking the questions, and then I will read and then probably request you to answer. So there is this question from MD P.R. Ahmed uh, in the Q&A box, and his first question, he has three questions actually. So the first question is, this is P.R. Ahmed. Okay, so the first he has actually sent his greetings from Green Delta Insurance, which means that he probably knows you in person, or probably he has some connection with you. Mr. Pierre has his first question is, what are the market exclusion? If you can answer on that.
okay? Yeah, thank you for the questions. Okay, actually, the market exclusion is actually, as I mentioned before, it's mostly related with the basis risk, like trigger are not met with despite the damages, or it is non-correlated with the actual losses, because the market exclusion is actually based on the it is not representing the real situations with the actuals, right? So then there should be the exclusion, and also maybe sometime the geographical boundaries, maybe it's specifically it's kind of box type, or sometime the product is developed for a specific region, so it is not represented by the some communities, or it is mostly the market exclusion actually. These are kind of market exclusion where that we can adhere. Maybe sometime uninsurable perils are there. uh, we cannot insure. Maybe that also the excluded perils, like the kind of the eligibility problems, or sometime such kind of things. So then we cannot the insure it, because we cannot design a product based on that kind of the peril. So then some kind of the exclusions are there, the market as well. Yes.
Thank you. He has this his second question, which is, are there any deductible in applicable like indemnity policy? If I
Yeah,
understand.
deductibles. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I understood that. Yeah, of course, deductibles can be applied based on the situations, and also the indemnities. There should be a deductible, but it should be pre-agreed with the client. Uh, with the situation. Yes, the deductibles can be applied based on the perils which you are covering, and also uh, it's mainly sometime uh, based on the matching the premiums and all. Yeah.
Thank you. Uh, Thank you. So there is a next question from Nasrin Ferdos, who has asked actually rainfall below 50 millimeter and temperature above 40 degrees Celsius. Is it fixed or are these fixed? Or maximum limitation range for parametric insurance? I mean, I think the question is whether below 50 millimeter and the above temperature is above 40-degree are the maximum limitation range for the parametric insurance.
Okay. Uh, when we defining the product, that 50 millimeters is given as a 24 hours a daily rainfall limit,
Mm,
right? Okay, it is a first strike level. It is a maximum limit of the daily rainfall level to be reached at least to make the payout first payout. But
mm,
in the same product, it is again given in the second strike level also. It is a maximum level of daily rainfall for that amount. I think I can't remember exactly the amount, maybe 100. It is a daily cumulative maximum value should be observed during this cover period to make the second payout, right? Likewise, the 40, oh, sorry, it's below. I think it's I don't remember it's below or above, but anyway, if it is below the 50 millimeters, it should be a drought product. It should be a minimum. If it is a drought, it should be a minimum value observed in this duration of this value is. If it is go beyond or go below the 50 millimeters, so then it is paid, right? If it is drought product. If it is an excess rainfall product, so then it is should be above. I think it's the excess rainfall product. It should
mm.
be above 50 millimeters. So then it should be uh, observed the maximum daily rainfall amount above 50 millimeters. So then we have to wait till the second level to be observed during the cover period. It's maybe 100. So then after 100 is the maximum daily observed value if 100. So then in any day, so the in any day in the cover period, so then the second level, second strike is paid. The payout is made. Likewise, if
And
drought, it should be a below.
okay. And is about the temperature, do we have that?
Okay, sorry. Temperature actually the if it is a maximum temperature, it should be above the daily temperature. But in a maximum temperature, we have to define the it should be a number of days, or it should be a continuous number of days, or how many number of days. Or it is a daily temperature, or 10-day temperature, or it should be a trigger level should be defined before going to the insurance, like the 40 millimeter, sorry, 40 centigrade should be or above centigrade should be observed in any day of this cover period or any 2 day of this cover period. It should be defined in the cover period, coverage, how many days or how much is the number of days.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ravinda. We have the, I think, the last question in the Q&A box from Sadia Jahan. And the question is, in the context of a developing country like Bangladesh, how can parametric insurance product design balance the affordability for farmers with long-term sustainability for the insurers?
Okay. Affordability is always linked with the premium. Okay, so that's why actually I decided I strongly recommended in my presentation through the product development process. It should be a demand side survey should be required to design a product, because we cannot design our own product and go to the market and ask farmers to or the client to buy this, because maybe we design a product at a premium of 5% or 10%, but farmers are not expecting that. But farmers are expecting that product at a level of 2%. So design a 2% product So we need to match this we need to match their expectation in the product designing process to adjust the payout and the frequency in the product designing. These are the two factors we can manage in the product designing: the amount of payout and the frequency of the history to determine the price. If the less frequency, so then we can go with the less price. If there is a high frequency that farmers are expecting payout with the high frequency, so then we can design a product with high frequency. But again, there is a issue with the high premium with the high frequency, because the occurrence, the loss, expected loss in the history is very high. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now I would like to go to the chat box, and I think there are a couple of questions in the chat box also. I see there is this first question from Tahmid Araf, and his question is, how does soil moisture work? Is this type of data obtained from satellite or weather station data?
So actually, there is a satellite data also for the soil moisture, and also sensor basis, also remote sensing. The data is available for soil moisture. So we can have data for those types. But when we are going for a individual ground type data, so then we have to fix the sensors and all together. But in location to location, and the soil moisture can be changed. But
Yep.
it is better we can go with remote sensing data for the soil moisture for the designing of this kind of soil moisture product. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I think we have our next question from the chat box is from Mr. MD Minhazul. His question is, could you please explain why a linear payout structure is used in addition to the stepwise approach?
There are pros and cons in linear and step payout, right? When we start with linear payout structure, we have a problem with setting out the exit trigger, because exit trigger is a very high amount, because that's why I explained in the presentation, the extreme event should be determined to design a exit trigger, right? If you go with the linear, suppose that the rainfall product, so starting with the attachment point, like the payout starting point, so then we go each millimeter payout, so then we have some cap in some amount, uh, but it may be the below the exit level. It should not be sometime represent the exit level, right? So determine the exit level. Actually, we can go with the step, because stepwise has some advantages, also disadvantages, because farmers, because in a correlations, right? The correlations, it's better we can have a linear payout, because always if there is a increase of the peril, the proportionately, if the proportionately the yield is going down, so then it is better we can have a before deciding it is linear step, the correlations of these two, the yield and the peril, how the correlation is matched, it is proportionately increases, so there is a high correlations, so the linear payout is best. But payout, we can set the maximum trigger above the extreme limit, but it's mostly important from the insurer side as well as client side, to manage the risk of the event, the extreme event, right? So linear payout, yes, but when we go again linear payout or the step payout, we have to have again to determine whether we are going for a maximum payout or the aggregated payout. If you are going for an aggregated payout, so then it is again problem with the historical payout is always higher with the aggregated payout, because there are multiple events occurred during that, so then it is higher. So yeah, the both can be both has the advantage and disadvantages as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ravinder. I think in the chat box, we have now questions from Mr. Ritesh Dash. He has probably two questions. He said that, thank you, Dr. Hera. This is insightful. I have two questions. The first question is how the weather uncertainty is handled or addressed. As PI is based on forecast and triggers, what is the lead time that the payment mechanism is works? What level of accuracy is acceptable? That is the first question. I don't know if there are multiple questions within one question. If you want, I can read it again.
Okay, yeah. Can you read it again? Yeah,
Okay, so
it's
let me read the entire first one. How the weather uncertainty is handled or addressed.
okay. So, the uncertainty or the trend is handled by detrending the data to detrend the data, because as you know that always the trend line is not occurred in the future. The uncertainty is managed by the detrending data. Detrending data, we will discuss further in the full course how detrend the data. And it's actually we have to calculate the residuals, and also we if we can design, or if we can calculate the trending lines, so there is the confidence levels, and also we have to based on that confidence level to determine the strikes and all, or else we can go with the residuals to determine the percentage of residuals to set the strikes, right? So the way the expected from the insurer or the technical staff, so then we can go ahead with that detrending activities to avoid the impact of trend.
Yeah. Within that question number one, there was also this called what is the lead time that the payment mechanism works and what level of accuracy is acceptable?
Lead time actually based depend on the availability of the real-time data. In some cases, the satellite provided the data within the day, but in some satellites they provide the data within 4 to 5 days. But it's also lead time is based on the availability of the real-time data. But always after receiving the data, it should be 1 to 3 days to make the claim is most appropriated, because uh, farmers are expecting, or the client are expecting the payout as soon as the peril occurs. So that's the way of building trust, and also it is good in terms of marketing of the company to pay it within 1 or 3 days once the data is available, right?
Okay.
But it's depend on the capacity of the satellite data providers to deliver the real-time data. And accuracy,
Yeah.
accuracy is in terms of accuracy mean what accuracy, I don't know that what accuracy he meant by, but the data accuracy should be 100%, or but we cannot go 100%, it at least 90% accuracy should be there to calculate the claim. But uh, we cannot, because you see in some satellites, I think sometime maybe it's depend on the their process and the sensors how it's work, and also their mechanism it's converting the data to readable data, and that accuracy should be more, then the process is more reliable for the claim settlement as well. Yeah.
Thank you. Mr. Ritesh has another question, and the question is how this is different from or linked to the anticipatory action or forecast-based financing or early action protocols that is in place in many countries. So I mean that he's talking about how the parametric insurance is different.
Okay.
Those.
So it actually difference because uh, this is covering the weather related one, not the financial risk, the market risk. It's covering actually the weather risk event, representing to how it's impacted to the farmers, and it is actually different from the financial product, because it's actually giving and to the target customers of actually what they need it, right? It's not the gambling, it's actually targeting to the customers where it is needed. So it's actually the micro insurance activities, or the it's mainly we can say that micro insurance efforts which we can make, that the really required people are taken this, not like to gaining something from like a financial product.
Thank you. Thank you. We have the next question from Mr. Arun Kanchan. The question is, what are some of the challenges of market acceptance of parametric insurance products?
The challenges is actually based on again that I talk about the basis risk, and also again the willingness to pay, the paying capacity of the client, right? And also the market acceptance is challenging when that it's how we can deliver it to the customers, the way of delivering, and also key acceptance is the understanding. So when we go to explain this product to the client, right, it takes more time, and it takes more time, and we need to give more effort to understand this product by the client, because clients are always expecting something actually for their actual loss, right? So then make this understand is a key challenge, and also affordability is again is the key challenges in market.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ravinda. And for everyone, we are going little more time, but I think this discussion and the Q&A are useful for everyone. So let us be together until we go to the end of this. So the next question is little long from Shahrukh Safa. The question is, can you please elaborate on the price index insurance? For example, a farmer selling potato at 20 baht or taka in 2024 and is selling it at 15 taka or baht in 2025. So there is a decline of price of the product but 5 taka. Now my question is, where do you get this decline data from? Especially if it is linked with the bank loans where the clients are thousands in number.
Okay, great. Thank you. Good questions. Okay. Designing a price index needs more data and more reliable data like market data. So there should be a data provider for the market. Like in some countries, there is the market data provider, and it is guaranteed price. Sorry, the price is the reliable to design the product. If there is no any institute or any authorities to declare the price for the commodities, so then we cannot design the price index. But for me, actually, I have designed this price index product, I think 4 to 5 years before, for the onion in Sri Lanka. To do that, actually, we need the commodity price index and the historical data and the inflations to be included. And also, there should be a challenge again for the government, the policies. If government is applying high tax, so then price is always increasing, right? If government is reducing the taxes, so then it's always fluctuated with the tax applied by the government. So then all these conditions should be taken into consideration when designing the price index. Price index can be developed, but it's challenged, but it can be developed, right? But the authority should declare the prices for the particular commodity to determine the price. Otherwise, we cannot go for a market to market and collect the price and say that this is the price, and we cannot say. But we have to rely on one source and make the price based on that historical data of that source, and the payment also should be made based on that the authority, the recognized source. So otherwise we cannot go for an individual basis like selling.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, Mr. Ravinda. I think we have the last question in the chat box from Nusrat Jahan. The question is, do you need to run the simulation process, that is Monte Carlo simulation, before preparing the final product?
Yes, of course. Yeah, we have to simulate the product, and also we not only the simulation, we have to do some calibrations also before before taking the data as well. Yes, we have to do the simulation product the process to see that how all this the strike works in line with the historical data and all. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And for the information for Mr. Prasad Gore and everyone, that those of you who have registered properly, and we have your email address and the information, contact information, you are going to receive the presentation and also the link of this video, the recorded video as well. So thank you very much for asking that. And I like to check with Mr. Kona. Kona, is there any other question that we have missed, or are there any question in the Facebook?
As of now, I don't see any questions, sir. So we can go ahead with the next segment.
Okay, so thank you very much once again, Mr. Ravinda. Now for the next segment, we have a little presentation about the forthcoming professional training program associated with this webinar today, with the same title, of course. And we have our colleague, Mr. Anisur Rahman, will make this short presentation about this training. So Anisur, over to you.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Again from Bangkok, Thailand, and greetings from AIT Extension. My name is MD Anisur Rahman, as you heard, and it was wonderful overview on understanding parametric insurance, product design and pricing by Mr. Ravinda Herap. So, following this webinar, executive webinar, we have also developed a training program, professional training program on the same title, and this is going to be attractive for the people who are in this insurance sector. Let me share briefly about this professional training program flyer with you, and you can also access it in the chat box. I have shared the link of our website where you can also visit and learn about the training program detail. So this training program, as you already know the background of why this training program is needed with the current context. So from this webinar, and maybe you have also noticed that in our webinar banner we had a motto that from rapid disaster relief to protecting underserved communities, discover how parametric insurance is reshaping risk solutions. So in this effort, we would like to contribute to the professionals working in this sector with little more knowledge and understanding. And the target audience for this training program, first of all, of course, whoever feel interested. And to be specific, also the insurance executives and product developers who are seeking to expand offerings, the actuaries and risk analysts working on innovative pricing models, professionals in agriculture, energy, logistics, and infrastructure sectors, as well as climate risk managers, policymakers, and financial innovators. So those any of you working in this sector or feel interested in the training title could be our respected delegates or trainees in the upcoming training program. So our training approach is expert-led lecture in introducing key concept and market insights, interactive discussion to explore industry challenges and opportunities, and we also have hands-on exercises and workshop focused on designing and pricing parametric products. To be specific, this training program is designed to help professionals understand the fundamentals of parametric insurance, gain hands-on skill in product design and pricing, and explore practical applications that meet the demands of the changing risk landscape. Yeah, so the participants will learn from this training program on fundamentals of product design and pricing. They will be able to understand the data-driven triggers in parametric insurance, can explore market demand distribution model and signals in parametric insurance pricing. Will have better understanding on the development of prototype parametric product using satellite and remote sensing data, and can be able to apply knowledge in hands-on pricing workshops for loss cost estimation and premium calculations. So with that, the key modules and the learning contents has been divided into three sections. First three modules we will cover on the concept and foundations. The module you can see, the module 1 is introduction to parametric product design and pricing. Module 2 is focusing on market research, demand supply analysis and distribution. And the module 3 is on data foundations for parametric product design and pricing. So the next segment is from design to pricing, which covers module 4 on prototype product development, and module 5 is on introduction to the technical terms in parametric product pricing, and module 6 focusing on theoretical steps of pricing in parametric insurance. The next module is on practical workshops and prototyping. So in this section, we will use 2 days for hands-on practices on dataset familiarization, premium calculation, basis risk and sensitivity analysis, then finalizing prototype product group presentation, and also at the end, of course, the closing remarks and certificate distribution. So the program has been tentatively scheduled from 27 October until 31st October for 5-day in-depth training program. Yeah, as you see, the first 3 day is on the first 6 module, and the last 2 day we will basically focus on practical pricing workshop, like using the technology and gadgets. So you already been introduced with our lead trainer, Mr. Ravinda Herat. I am not going to spend more time talking on, again, repeating the same introduction. But beside the lead trainer, we will have our practitioners and researchers in this field, inside AIT and outside. Like we mentioned, our one of the implementation partner is GIC, Geoinformatics Center at AIT. So how you can participate? Yeah, so for the training fee, we have decided to be the inclusive of training related expenses, but excluding accommodation and subsistence allowance, which is 1,500 USD per participant. This is a 1 week program. Why we mentioned 1 week? Because the 5-day in-depth training, but participants can will have to arrive in Bangkok 1 day before, and they can stay 1 more day. After 31st October, even they stay 1 more day, we can arrange social and cultural and co-curricular activities. That is our usual practice and AIT extension. You can click here to register, or you can scan the QR code to visit our website on the course landing page to know more. And also you can communicate us that we are coming back. But how we can facilitate and support you in terms in attending this training course? We will after your application, we will communicate directly to the individual interested participants with issuing an invitation letter and certificate of admission. With that, you can apply for visa, and we can also send you accommodation booking from AIT, but the accommodation availability depends when the program will happen, and depending on the number of participants, the program can be even Bangkok. But that arrangement part, AIT extension will take care. You have to just take care of the payment. Breakfast and lunch during in-person session and meal information we will provide with the program overview just before the program happen. And yeah, the successful candidate will be awarded with a certificate of completion at the end of the 5-day training program. For more information, you can communicate any of us through email or WhatsApp communication. So with that, I would like to stop here and over to you, Dr. Zakir.
Thank you very much, Anisur Roman. I actually forgot to mention before your presentation that participants, dear participants, if you have any queries, you can actually put specifically on this training program, professional training program. If you want to have anything to know more, you can actually raise your hand now, or you can still writing in the chat box or Q&A also. Meanwhile, let me also add a little bit, as Anis has given a very comprehensive presentation on how this training will be delivered and going to be offered. I think the idea is we are hoping for an in-person training, which is going to be a 1 week longer training, where the participants will be requested to come to Thailand and in AIT for a week-long time, basically from Sunday arrival to Saturday departure with this kind of, because then we can use the 5 working days in between. Then, of course, if our participant wish to request us whether we can do this training in their country, that is also a possibility, whether it is Bangladesh or the other country participants who are actually joining here, where like India and Kazakhstan or even America, I see participants have registered, France, Nigeria. That's also a possibility. There are this another possibility, or the third modality of running this training, is to offer it hybrid, which is a mix of online plus the in-person training, where we probably can run 50% of the content or the first few modules online for all of you. And then, of course, the in-person workshop where you need to work hands-on, basically. If you are really looking forward to develop your own product, insurance product, you need to be in these hands-on sessions and then learn by doing, basically. And that requires minimum of 2 to 3 full days, or kind of a 12 to 18 hours, or kind of a 20 hours of in-person presence. So that's our 3 different options. Is completely in person, in Thailand, in AIT, or in Bangkok. In person could be in your country as well. And the third option is running it as a hybrid. So we are very open to it. Even though we have actually presented with a date and time for this training, but we are very open to run it multiple times, or based on your availability, based on your request and interest. But of course, we have a minimum numbers for that. If we see the minimum numbers is fulfilled for a specific cohort interested for a specific thing, whether the product can be developed only for agriculture or kind of a broader areas, we can actually discuss and settle that things and then work ahead. With that, I want to see if you have any question with regard to the course, or to this professional training course on understanding the parametric insurance product design and pricing. You can raise your hand also if you wish. Okay. If not, I think we are coming to the end part of this webinar, the executive webinar. So definitely we like to convey our special gratitude to our speaker today, Mr. Robindo Herard. Thank you very much for your time, sir, and thank you for delivering a very insightful presentation for all of us, for the 40 participants who have registered. And I can see that the Facebook online broadcasting have actually reached almost 200 people or more than 200 people, whether or not they have watched the entire presentation or not, but the reach out has reached more than 200. So thank you very much, Mr. Robinda, for your precise time and for this wonderful deliberation. We are very grateful to you, and we are really looking forward to work more closely with you for the training programs and for future other possibilities. As I was mentioning at the beginning, that this collaboration between AIT Extension, AIT, and the GIC, together with Mr. Robindo Herard, who actually got connected with us through the GIC because he was previously working with GIC, and that is how we came to know. And since we have been working in this area of agricultural risk management and assessment, we found him really a valuable resource person for us. And that's how actually this idea came to develop new things, because we can see that parametric insurance, even though it has been introduced for the agricultural communities since mid 1990s, the things are changing, and that changes whether it is about the problem side, the hazard and the climatic disasters that are happening more frequently with much more powerful way, and then the other development which are happening at the technology side, whether it is AI and the sensor technology, satellite remote sensing, and GIS technology. So with the advent of this technology side and with this increasing problem and the pressure side, we really feel that this is an working area. We need to work more. We need to work more precisely to develop new products or kind of modifying our old products. And we feel like there are two ways of doing that. Is exchanging our knowledge, sharing our knowledge, and then bringing all together, work together, developing new products or modifying the old product. This is one thing. The another thing is, like, if there are clients who are really interested to work with us and develop new products, we are very happy to bring together the entire team together with our GIC or Geoinformatics Center as the technology solution partners to develop new products for them. I think with that, I like to conclude this session here. Of course, by saying our special gratitude and thanks to all the registered participants. There are 40 of them, but of course, we can see more than 30 of them have joined together. We are a little bit, apologize for taking longer time. We hope to finish it within 1 hour, but I think we found it really useful, so we did not stop anyone and continue this, and it has been almost reaching to 1 hour 45 minutes. So thank you very, very much for joining this session and be with us. We hope that you will be keeping in touch with us. We will ensure that you will get the presentation, a copy of the presentation, and the two presentation and the associated link. But we like you to be connected with us, constantly communicating with us for your further needs and anything that you may wish to ask us for this, whether it is Mr. Robindo Herat or anybody from AIT side. So thank you very, very much. Have a wonderful, great evening or afternoon and morning for all of you. Thank you. Thank you
Thank you
very much
all.
again, Robinda. Thank
Thank
you,
you very
colleagues
much.
from AIT. I think our executive director is not here, so thank you very much, Mr. Archan Voravet Chonlasin, also for joining us together and for your time. So bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Bye
Thank you very
bye.
much. Bye.